Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. It's going well. The market is currently acting according to the wave count and is cooperating well with our proposed roadmap here. The idea was that a pullback is imminent or due. It's just that in the last video, when the price was hitting resistance here, hitting against the ceiling, there was absolutely no confirmation, for a pullback yet. So but the idea was that a pullback should start from there, and well, ideally, okay, but again, the market always has to confirm it. So talking about this, we want to use this move down to do a little bit of an educational analysis. Okay, so first of all, let's take a look at what I posted on Twitter X network earlier today, which was 8 hours ago, and I posted the prices from the possible 5-wave move to the upside. And this means that as long as the $84 support level holds, wave 4 could be seen as complete. So the overall pullback that we've seen. To confirm this further, I need to see the price hold the ideal support range, and this is now what becomes really relevant right now. Between $94.88 and $84 in a corrective pullback. It is worth noting that if a pullback starts from here, the pullback could form the right shoulder of an inverse head and shoulders pattern. The price has reached the structural resistance level now in the area around 106. At this stage, there is no indication of a pullback, and should a direct breakout to the upside occur, which didn't, the next resistances are 117 and 126. So however, the price was at resistance. We had 5 full waves. And now I posted this as well, like this inverse head and shoulders pattern that could form. This is what seems to be forming right now. Okay, so I'm now watching for this wave 2 or B wave to occur. But you see, when I posted it, there was absolutely no indication of a pullback. It was literally just rallying into resistance. Now, however, we see a first, let's say, indication that that pullback is occurring. So let's go to the Solana chart and talk about what this could mean. So such a pullback, so again, we talked about the inverse head and shoulders pattern already, but that such a pullback is naturally sharp because we were dealing with a leading diagonal to the upside. So possible diagonal pattern. After a diagonal, the pullback is typically sharp, and it consists of an ABC structure. So few people asked me, is it worth shorting there? I mean, you can do what you want, right? The risk was certainly low because you could set the stop loss very low, very close. However, above these previous highs, basically. But you basically, if you entered a short trade up there, my point of view is that obviously you were shorting into the uptrend, into an active uptrend. Best way typically, and that's what generally is recommended, not what I generally recommend only, but generally across the, let's say, across seasoned Elliott wave traders, what's typically recommended is when you want to trade a short in such a pullback, which I wouldn't do. I would rather go long in the pullback area, but then it's typically worth watching for the A wave to complete, because the A wave gives us a signal that the pullback has started. When then a corrective rally occurs and stays below the previous high, then we have an A-B setup to the downside, only if the A and B are clear. They are not always clear. And then the C wave down could be a nice short. Shorting the A wave is a little bit of luck. Okay, so that depends on luck. But if you like to trade based on luck, there you go. It's too late now anyway. But if you trading usually requires a setup, and the benefit of waiting for an A wave to complete, watching for the B wave to complete, or basically trading, let's say, shorting into the B wave rally, the advantage is that you have a first confirmation that actually this initial move up is complete. All right, shorting here means you're shorting into an active uptrend. It's a bit more complicated than that. I just wanted to explain that mechanism. The problem that can arise here is obviously that a wave A and B, they are not always clear. Sometimes the market drops down very aggressively, and this could be all of wave 2, without clear structure. So that's life. That's trading. Welcome to trading, right? When we talk about support for the A wave, oftentimes an A wave reacts to the 38.2 retracement. That's here at $94.88. It's the A wave. Then the B wave rally can follow from there, and the C wave down. Now again, the A wave doesn't need to go down that low. And often when we talk about, okay, what is a common target for a wave 2, it's often the area around a previous wave 4 low. So we talk here about $93.40 level. It's just a previous swing low basically. But we'll see where it takes us. But for now, I think we can say that it's reasonable to assume that this wave 2 has started, or B wave. And within this wave 2 or B, we are in an A wave, which is the first wave of that correction. By the way, I will need to adjust here the wave degree, or it's a bit too small. Yeah, so and that, I mean, tomorrow, bear in mind, tomorrow we've got the Fed interest rate decision. I don't personally expect any surprises there, but we could see a little bit of action, a little bit of short-term volatility. But yeah, I think this would be a reasonable long trade opportunity, this support area. Might take a few days to complete. We'll see. But yeah, what else is there to add? Not much. Just be aware that if this plays out now as a nice right shoulder, then we have a nice breakout point up there around $106, $107. If it's a right shoulder that's forming, it would actually take maybe take a week or so, okay? Because you want a little bit of proportion in this inverse head and shoulders pattern. I'm not saying it needs to become one, absolutely not, right? So technically, from an Elliott wave point of view, it's enough to do this and that, okay? There we go. Yeah, that's at the moment what I can really comment on here on the Solana chart. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.